Submerged deep in the hot water, I let out a drawn-out sigh. Skip my lips, the feeling of seemingly every muscle in my body relaxing is horrific. I freaking forget the pronunciation. I have no idea how long it's been since I had a genuine hot bath, but right now I can hardly be bothered trying to remember. Maybe I'm giving the simple fact that for once I get to have a real bath more credit than its due. The chance to just calm down, allow myself to unwind, and have some time to myself is a welcome one. Uncle Lily and I wandered about outside, exploring the extent of the surprisingly large tract of land surrounding the house. Then we spent the majority of the afternoon resting, watching television, reading, and playing cards. It may not have been the most exciting finale to the trip, but such tranquil peacefulness is something to savor. Even after we return to school tomorrow, I think I'll remember this little house in the Katawa for a long time. It's a pity we only have a couple more hours to spend here before going to get the train back. Don't you just hate that when you go somewhere, it's like, it's awesome here, and then you have to leave? All I can do is yawn contentedly while I watch the stream slowly rising from the clear water's splendid surface, my eyes eventually locking onto the ceiling. Our exams are imminent. I barely studied at all for them. On top of that, I don't even know what I'll do after graduation. Passing exams is all well and good, but to what end? Also now of all times, I'm getting into a relationship. What the hell am I doing? I guess I shouldn't think like that. What's done is done, and maybe this could be viewed as just another aspect of my new life that I'm working on. I enjoy being with Lily, and there's more to life than school and a career after all. As I busily attempt to rationalize all that's happened, I hear a series of raps on the door. I pick myself up and sit upright, trying to figure out the source. Free, no more, no less. Light yet assertive in their tapping, and aimed regularly enough to tune a metronome. I'd be extremely surprised if it wasn't Lily. I just picture it now. Just like, okay, Lily, tap your cane in give me a metronome kind of tick here. It's like try to practice time signatures on my guitar. No. You know what? This reminds me of, I doubt it's gonna lead into one of those scenes, but it reminds me of Shuffle. Remember, was her name pronounced Kaide? Her routes. All the characters' routes for that matter. It's just like the lead up to the route is long, but the route itself is over in like 3 or 4 parts. And it's just mostly composed of those type of scenes. And they did have one of those in the bathroom, if you recall that LD, if you saw it, or whatever. May I come in? Yep, it's Lily. I'm still in the bath, but I'll be out in a sec. I know. The voice coming from the other side of the door freezes me. After a second's thought, I rest on the side of the bath and let my arms dangle over the side. Despite trying my best to play it off, I can't help letting my mind wander. Sure, come in. With that, she opens the door, slowly walking into the room and closing it behind her. She looks oddly calm, countering my racing heart. Hey, Lily. Do you mind if I take a bath with you? Oh my god! I don't mind. Go ahead. You know, having a bath with someone must be really uncomfortable. You know, because baths typically aren't very big. With a small nod, she begins to lift her sweater off her shoulders, bear it in her chest little by little. Wait! You've gotta be shitting me! I just realized something. This is third main freaking visual novel LP, right? They were on this channel anyway. First main one was Shuffle. Second main one, Dark Couple 2. Sure, there were ones in between and all that, but they were short LPs. And anyway, this is the third one, Katawa Shoujo. I've noticed a freaking pattern here. In Shuffle, I think there was a bath scene together. I'm pretty certain there was. I know there was one of those scenes in the bathroom and all that. But I don't know if they probably did have a bath together. And then in Dark Couple 2, there technically was that scene with Otme. So that was in the bath as well. It didn't lead into one of those scenes. Or maybe it did, but it certainly wasn't in there, I don't think. But you get the idea. They had a bath together. And now, in this one, it completes the hat trick. free visual novels with this type of scene. What the hell? I could do that for you if you'd like. Refuse. Why? There's that pouting face. Her face shows she's still not overly comfortable with letting me attend to her. I can't say I blame her. She continues undressing, her shirt and skirt falling to the floor and leaving her in her white lace bra and panties. Eventually she stands there in the center of the room. God damn it! Compared to last time, it's a lot easier to take in her entire frame. It's a wonderful sight. Too bad you don't get to see it. Well, actually you could technically if you actually, had the visual novel. I mean, it's freeware for crying out loud. And they're just like, someone's like, oh, I want to see it, and then for some reason they just get the novel, but do this right here. Where is it? Options. This like disable adult content. I don't think it's disabled by default anyway, so that would make no sense. Wait, I wonder if you disable adult content, does that just rule out like the, those scenes? Because this technically is not one of those scenes unless it actually leads into anything, But it has nudity, so does that count? I don't know. Compared to last time, it's a lot easier. Yeah, I read it. So, you're thinking perverted thoughts, aren't you? It's times like this that if I freaking, had a webcam like a lot of people do on YouTube these days and all that, in the top of the screen or something, like, say, wherever, essentially, you would have just seen me just kind of like, do that kind of shrug with a kind of silly-looking face, like, I don't know. But seriously, can you blame him in such a situation? His, well, they haven't exactly, I guess technically they are going out now, so, his girlfriend decides to take a bath with him, and he's not supposed to, think perverted thoughts, expected not to. Well, technically from her, asking that question, it was expected, I guess, technically. Give me a break, you're undressing in front of me. She furrows her brow in thought. Well, she's already freaking done that. I guess this would be somewhat more erotic for you than me. Why? Oh, you idiots. I freaking just... Well, at least you realize it straight away. She gives a small, light-hearted chuckle, which seems to settle her nerves a little. If this is too much for you, Sao, I can come back later. No, this is fine. I'm just a bit... well... You're really beautiful, My earnest comment draws a vivid red blush from Lily. Sao? I give a small grin. She's cute when she's taken off guard. In any case, may I come in? Sure. I lean forwards and take her soft hands in mine, helping her over the side of the bath. She feels at the side of the bathtub, then slowly lowers herself in, my breath catching when she sits and leans her back onto my front. Her legs inside mine. I'd expected her to sit at the other end. CG... What? Wow. I was expecting CG, but... Nipples! It's just like, fair enough, if her nipples were submerged or something and not visible. And you're copping the feel of Sao. Is it going to lead into one of those scenes so soon? Has it always been that way with... Well, yeah. Well, not always. Some characters only get only one of these type of scenes. This is like remind me of Emmy's route now, where it just kind of like went from one escalation to the next. I mean, god damn, man, you only just confessed your love like the previous freaking day. Then you made love on the futon, and now you're having a bath together already. Jesus Christ. One step at a time, guys. Letting out a long breath to calm myself, I rest my arms on the sides of the bath as I struggle to control my urges. Far from missing the sight of her assets, the feeling of her body against mine is surprisingly relaxing. I was just expecting that, just a relaxing bath. Sure, it's mixed bathing technically here in a very small bath, but control yourself, Hisao. Far from his indecisible, I read that. If Lily's so sensitive to touch, it must be all the more so for her. You run your baths quite hot, don't you? A bit. Do you want me to run some cold water to cool it down a bit? I don't know about that, Sal. I mean, your frickin' shoulder's right up against the tap. That would frickin' be cold as well. You ever done that? I haven't had a bath in years. It's like, you, what? Well, I'm a shower person, okay? Much more simpler, and besides, we got like this kind of stool in the shower, and I just like kind of sit there philosophically thinking of things as the shower just like rains upon your head. It's like, it's soothing, relaxing. And you know the good thing about it is if people are noisy in the house and all that, it drowns out that as well. No noise. When you're in a bath, everything's freaking loud. But yeah, whenever I'd had a bath in the past though, just like, you have to freaking alternate between the two, don't you? You can't just like have it all hot, otherwise you're gonna step one foot in it and you're just like, ah! If it's just cold, then what the hell are you thinking there? You gotta mix them up. But if you have to do that while you're in the bath, it's a bit like, warm water is alright, but the cold water, it's actually a similar situation with a shower, really. When you turn a shower on, it will always start cold. So you have to step the fuck away and just hold out your hand and wait for it to get warm before you step under it. Or you could, you know, be like, I'm gonna test my endurance. I'm gonna stand underneath it like a badass while it freezes me and then warms. I don't know. Anyways, she gives a small shake of her head. Oh, this is fine. Okay. The conversation comes to an abrupt end, silence taking over. Sorry. Just like, kind of like, I just got lost in your eyes, Lily. Those are beautiful eyes, though. A very long and very awkward silence. Maybe this was a bit too... Don't worry, it's okay. Situation only becomes even more awkward. Indeed it is. As if to distract herself, Lily runs her free hand over her legs while holding one over her breast for modesty. Modesty, my ass, man. This whole CG you've been copping the feel, Hisao. You haven't got to that point in the dialogue, so I don't know why you're already copping the feel. Whatever, I sit idly watching the wall ahead of me and the rising steam. Every now and again, steals a glimpse at her body. You freaking got your hand on her boob, for crying out loud, Hisao. God damn, could they at least, have, saved the grabby grab until he actually does the grabby grab within, the plot? Because it just feels kind of even weirder. The white of her skin glistens as she keeps sliding her hand over her legs, the length and tone all the more obvious. Compared to Akira, you look a lot more foreign. I took after my mother's side, genetically. Akira took after my father's more. Have you noticed when they try to portray a foreign character, it's always blonde with blue eyes. I mean, not everyone who's foreign has blonde and blue eyes, but they always use that. Why not brown hair, blue eyes? Why not green eyes? And you know what? In a freaking... goddamn. Look at Misha, for crying out loud. Her hair is pink and drills and all that. She got pink... Wait, no, I don't think she has eyes that are pink, but whatever. Does she look Japanese to you? It's just like, is that her natural hair color? That's the thing, man. How can you, distinctly tell a foreigner? Well, that's how they do it, isn't it? It's blonde hair, blue eyes. It's like one of the more normal-looking styles of an anime character, because, you got ridiculous hairstyles, ridiculous colored hairstyles, and stuff like that just would not, be possible without hair dye, but they kind of go about it as if, they didn't use hair dye. It's kind of left ambiguous. It's like, is that their real hair color? It's like, in the West we have cartoon characters that are different colors. You got like characters that are green, blue, purple. Characters like that. It's just like, but there is just like, no. We're gonna keep things a bit more realistic. There is like only so much you can do with that. You don't have like, well, actually you do. Maybe they'll have like some character come in that's completely red, but they'll have an explanation for it rather than just being like, no, everyone looks like some radioactive shit just spilled all over the place. Everyone's like ridiculously bright colors, like you got blue, purple, green. Just like, what about real life colors? White, black, and all that. No, that's too... We don't want to like make it look realistic. It's a cartoon anyway. But I don't even know what I'm rambling on about. But you get the idea. This is probably the most normal kind of looking design. I don't even know. Like blue eyes, blonde hair. Fitting, yeah. But then you've got Misha, just like pink hair. What's up with that? Drills. What's up with that? How does that even work? Think of that. It reminds me of Final Fantasy X. Seymour. How the hell does he get his hair like that? And he has unusual hair color, but it's in the title, Final Fantasy, so it's a pass. But come on, man. I should stop rambling because really, I don't even know what I'm even talking about. Do I ever, though? I guess that makes sense. Not what I said. How on earth did a native Scot and a Japanese businessman meet anyway?
My mother was a journalist. She met my father while he was at a conference in Inverness.
God damn, I probably butchered the pronunciation on that. I see. Taken after a Scottish side will also explain your height, I suppose. I look back down at her as she nods and sigh at the ridiculousness of the situation and the ridiculousness of my rambling. This really is too much, isn't it?
You're enjoying it though, aren't you?
In some ways, yes. I guess things turned out okay in the end. Everything settled down, Hanako took her relationship well, and we'll be going back to school tomorrow.
Indeed, it's a shame to be going back so soon, but we'll still have our memories of this place.
You know what would have been interesting is if Lily, not only inherited her mother's kind of looks, but also, the Scottish accent. Memories, huh? I suppose so. We'll have to see how everything goes once we get back. But for now, I'm just glad you like me. I've been winding myself up for weeks about that, so I'm thankful for things turning out like this. She nods, leaning into me as we share the warmth of our bodies. You know what? It makes me think of an alternative kind of visual novel. That doesn't exist, probably. But imagine a visual novel that, like, completely says, you know what? This whole thing where the protagonist gets with every girl in each route, just like, well, not every girl is in, like, just go through one round and suddenly he's got every one of them after him. Well, that does happen, but whatever. You get the idea. So he ends up with one girl, another girl, a different round, and all that. What if there was a visual novel all about the friend zone? Just like, it doesn't matter what choices you make, at the end you get friend zoned. Just like, God damn it! I invested my time in reading this shit and he didn't even get laid! He didn't even get anywhere with that relationship. He's stuck in the friend zone forever! Could be worse. Anyway, I'm rambling again. She nods, leaning into me as we share the warmth of our bodies. I'm not sure whether she'll be okay with it or not, but my temptation rapidly begins to get the better of my self-restraint. Hey, Lily.
Yes?
How was it? Last night, that is. Gee, what an awkward thing to bring up. She pauses in thought before looking down slightly. A delicate smile finds its way onto her lips as she blushes, her body becoming more relaxed. It's more than enough to answer the question. Even as I give a small nod in response, thoughts of last night run through my mind. Considering the situation, I don't really think anyone's blame me.
Hisao, your heart's beating.
Well, yeah. If it wasn't, it'd be bad. That would totally be me. If I was in Hisao's position, I'd probably make a sarcastic comment like that. Her voice is cut off as I delicately place a hand on her thigh. While I'd resisted before, the memory of our first time is enough to make me give in. She lets her body lean into mine without a word of protest, an invitation that I'd be hard to put to ignore. I place a small kiss on her neck to accept, before slowly moving my hand over her smooth legs.
Sal, please.
Even as she says it, her mouth curls upward into a smile, her tone caught between embarrassment and awkward giggling. Awkward being the key word for this scene. Eventually, she takes one of my hands in hers. Oh, now it's like, oh no, she was the one who guiding it to her right breast. I greatly appreciate the tentative guidance she's willing to give me. You've been holding her this whole goddamn time in the CG, Hisao. All signs of tension in her body give way. I continue to take in the feeling of her soft skin, redoubled as my other hand slips between her. I wonder the feeling of my hands on her is exaggerated by her lack of sight, since her other senses are so finely tuned. She does seem to be enjoying it, to a surprising extent, after all. It gives me a somewhat odd feeling, but a pleasurable one. It only takes 5 minutes before her body starts to become noticeable both. This made me realize all the Lily. I withdraw my hands to give her added senses time to respond. Nodding, she shakily stands and offers her hands for me to lead her out of the cramped bathtub. God damn it, you guys! I spent too much time rambling, and now this scene is still going on. Off screen. You know what? It boggles my mind. I ramble so much, there's no wonder these scenes go on forever. I mean, when I was skipping through that, it's like, maybe like, skip like 5, 6, 7, 8 freaking lines or something, and it was over!